Trek Fleet Command's new feature.
Bug.
It's a feature, man.
It's a bug.
I'm going to color Easter eggs later.
You heard it here, folks.
Madam's got a whip.
Madam's a freak.
Bitch, what did you eat when you were pregnant? Like, what the fuck?
Stardust.
Pah-Wraiths.
It would fit.
I actually liked Enterprise. Why did they stop making...
Welcome, everybody, to Easter Sunday, April 9th, 2023 of Trek Talk. I'm TechMan16.
And I'm Handy.
Everybody else is probably egg hunting or whatever Easter is all about. You know, I don't know. But anyways, before...
Pretty sure it's just egg hunting.
That's right, the church is egg hunting.
Yeah.
I don't know how...
We're celebrating egg.
Right. I still want to know at some point how the whole... Jesus resurrecting thing became an egg hunt, but you know, that's a different topic, different content, not us. But anyways, what we were talking about beforehand was Star Trek Fleet Command's new feature.
Bug.
It's a feature, man.
It's a bug.
It's a buggy feature. How about that? Is when you open up the game and you press OK on the screen, it takes you to YouTube about the latest content.
This is fucking ridiculous.
It's the fucking most annoying thing.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, you know, and I'm just like, I'm thinking, like, man, who...
If it did it once, I'd be totally cool with it. Like, you know, like the first time you update, like the first day, and then they push out an update, and then, like, it doesn't do it, you know, from then on. That I would have been okay with. But this fucking thing pops up every single time you open the app, with all the fucking bugs and how many times you gotta reset the goddamn app.
What Madam says is that you have to click the X, not the OK button. If you click the X, then it goes to the game.
Which clearly I'm doing now, but occasionally your brain just hits OK because because we're sheep. We click OK.
But I wonder, like, what was the logic behind Scopley? It's like they're sitting in a board meeting, like, profits are down, people aren't spending as much. Maybe we need to increase the price of all the packs, and they're like, no, we have a great idea.
I don't think they're making money off of it. Or maybe they are. Do you think, like, every time it opens up, like I was saying a little bit ago, like, who has an app that as soon as you open the app and click OK, it opens a different app? It just doesn't make any sense at all.
No, it doesn't. Not whatsoever. And yeah, technically, if you get enough views on YouTube, you can monetize your content. But yeah, somebody's sitting and showing like, we don't charge enough for this game, and we need to make more money on it. Let's open up a different app to monetize that content. Because when you open an app, I immediately want somebody to open a different app.
Mm-hmm. Just stupid.
That is incredibly frustrating.
I'm definitely gonna complain. I'm gonna go full Karen on this thing.
Oh my god, yeah. I don't, Scopley does a lot of bad things. They sometimes do good things. They do a lot of bad things. But this has got to be the worst fucking thing I could think of in a long time. I mean, just how to irritate your fan base by opening the game. Just opening the game. Not even playing it or spending money. Just opening the game. All of a sudden, oh shit, I'm watching a YouTube video. What am I doing here? How did I get here? What happened?
And they wonder why people are leaving the game. Come on, Scopley, fix this shit. I want my friends to continue playing so that, I have people to play with.
Remember when Scopley didn't even have an entry screen where you could just pop right into the game?
Right. Yeah, I remember. That should be an option in the goddamn, so I can just like enter the game without having anything else pop up.
No, so madam, yeah, the mobile game does have the app, but I'm just saying, I'm just pointing out that it used to be, where you can just exit or you enter in the game without actually having to hit anything.
Yeah, you open the app and you're in the game.
I came back.
Hello, madam.
No, I was asking if it had the X because I know one of my guys, they don't see the X or something, or I don't know if their settings or whatever. Because I don't have an X. I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. Download it on your computer.
Wait, seriously? Some people don't have the X option? It's in the corner of the menu.
Is it? He may, but I just not see it.
That's an
Who
interesting.
Yeah,
knows?
That's an
I find it
interesting
hard to
point.
believe that it is the X.
I
That
don't know.
needs to be corroborated.
I don't play on the phone, so I don't know.
Well, I have an Apple on the X.
By the way, anybody use the Mac version of Fleet Command yet?
SK tried it. He said it was awful.
Shocking.
That's really shocking. Come from SK. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you got to consider the source. Take that with a grain of salt, but supposedly it's very blocky and not looking very good. Like kind of like the app used to be when it first came out on the PC. Like it was just a zoomed in version.
That reminds me of those old Mac versus PC commercials. One of them was like a gaming one. It's like Mac's got all my like I play on the Mac now. It's got all the great games that I played on the PC like 5 or 6 years ago.
Yeah. It takes a good decade to port things over.
Right. Well, it was handy. You were saying you were playing the game and an ad popped up in the game.
Yeah, just now. It did not look like a Scopley window, Like it just didn't have any bordering stuff that usually the Scopley stuff has. So I mean maybe it was from a different app, but
How many apps overlay Fleet Command? Because I don't remember.
I don't know of any. But I have Discord open, I have Safari open on a government webpage, so I doubt it's that. That's all I really got open. So
All right, because the only app that usually overlays the one that I'm overlays Fleet Command when I'm playing is Discord, and that's about it.
I guess it could have been Discord, but it said like hot new deal. I'm like, what the fuck is this? I've never seen it pop up on my phone, an ad in any app. So I don't know if I see it again. I'll try and pay attention to what other apps I have open, but I don't know. It was weird. Maybe I have some kind of like ad thing that got put on my phone somehow.
Calling it right now, it's a Scopley virus. Scopley put a virus.
Was it today?
Yeah, it's today. Just now.
Oh.
It's like 5 minutes ago. 10 minutes ago, something like that.
Because I know Discord had their games were open last night or something like that, the other night.
What do you mean?
And that popped up on me. Games like chess, stuff like that, and all kinds of different things that you can open up in your Discord. Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that. I didn't know Discord had games.
Yeah.
Is that a new feature?
I think so.
Or is it a bug?
No, if you go into like a regular voice room, like if we went into our Squirrel, you could open up the games. They had all kinds of different games. But they had a game night, I think it was Friday night. Last night or the night before night. Where it was free to play.
Is it normally not?
I don't know. I've never tried it before, so I'll have to look. I can't do it now because I'd leave the chat.
I want to play checker. They have tic-tac-toe? Minesweeper? Ooh, I like Sweeper.
They had all kinds of different ones. They have a mem thing where you have to put a certain mem in it or something like that. I know they had chess and checkers. They have poker too.
Okay. Well, there you go. So what's everybody else doing today? Anything special?
I'm going to color Easter eggs later.
Any Easter egg hunts?
No, it's too wet and rainy. They had one yesterday, but it got canceled because it was rainy and yucky, so they're postponing it to the 15th, to next Saturday.
That kind of defeats the purpose.
Yeah. Oh well.
I would have done that shit in the rain anyway.
Well, they had a big thing. They had a bouncy house going to be there and all kinds of stuff, so they kind of be hard to do in the rain, slippery and.
Right. Bouncy houses usually have roofs, though. I guess if it was bad rain, that still wouldn't.
Yeah. We didn't know how, but we've been having a lot of storms here lately, so didn't really know exactly how bad it was going to get.
Bummer. We've been having sun finally in California. It's great.
Must be nice.
I feel like I haven't seen the sun in ages. Not used to rain like that. Like we had. Right, Tech?
Absolutely. Although today it's not very sunny, so. Oh, but dude, like our reservoirs are like almost at capacity now. It's crazy. Especially north of where you are, Handy. We got all these new lakes that have dried up for years, formed, and then that threatens like towns and villages and shit.
Uh-huh.
That's the most crazy thing I've seen in living here.
Yep, a lot of moisture came through.
And we desperately need it. Any case, so off the fleet command fucking nonsense, because it is fucking irritating every time you open up the app. Oh my god, whoever designed that needs to be fired and shot.
No, I'm not going to go that far. But I will say they need to be tarred and feathered. That would be great.
Yes.
Tar and feathers for that person.
What are we in the 1640s? What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have shotguns now for a reason, right? Isn't that why everybody has shotguns? Just shoot the damn person that made that feature.
It's a bug.
Buggy feet, whatever you want to call it. Oh my god. Anyways, I can't get over that.
Just give me 30 minutes with my whip, so I'll teach them right.
Ooh, Madam's got a whip. You heard it here, folks.
Madam's got a whip. He's got a whip.
Madam's a freak.
And I already don't play the game very much anymore, but this makes me like want to delete the app. By far.
Yeah. A lot of people
It's certainly
complain
irritating.
about it.
I don't know about delete the app, but irritating.
All right, I'm going to try one more time. I'm going to log in. I'm going to see if I press OK if it takes me to a YouTube video.
Of course it will.
Because they're idiots. Oh my god.
You already know it's going.
Battle Pass season press. Okay. That did not take me to the YouTube. Oh wow, interesting.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to try.
I guess somebody beat me to complaining about it.
I don't think it's just you.
No, it's not.
No, I'm sure many
A
people
lot
have
of people have
complained.
complained.
Oh. Well, congratulations. Scopley listened to the community for once.
Let's see if it does it to me.
See, I think they should have done that the first day. Like, let the video pop up.
It didn't even pop up at all. I didn't have nothing pop up.
As it should be. I'm sick of those pop-ups. Anyways, let's get off the game for a sec, because I'm fucking tired of that. Annie, did you watch Star Trek Picard?
No. I meant to do it yesterday, but I didn't. I'm 2 episodes behind.
Oh, you're 2 episodes behind.
Yeah. That's okay. I don't care about spoilers. If you want to talk about it, go for it.
Yeah, so...
I mean, I did talk to SK, and he said that he really, really liked the latest episode. He thought it was great.
Well,
let me put it this
Let me rephrase. Actually, what he specifically said is he had to retract some past comments
Yeah, I seen that.
because he enjoyed the episode. So, what is your feedback on it?
it was like with all Picard episodes. I think the acting is great. I think they have they have good character development. The arc's cohesive, at least at some point. However, the whole the non-science fiction part of it is just kind of bugging me. So again, progressing through the storyline, right? Jack Crusher has had these voices and visions and the red door and all this shit, right? And then his eyes glow red. Very reminiscent of Gul Dukat when he was inhabited by the Pah-Wraiths. So there seems to be like a DS9 connection there where, Jack Crusher is going to reopen the Celestial Temple for a battle or something. I don't know. It just feels that way to me. Like they're really trying to take all the best parts of old Trek and like mash it into one series, right? And so that Cisco storyline felt really rushed and unresolved at the end, where he tackles Dukat in the fire caves and he becomes a prophet, and then Dukat becomes a Pah-Wraith, like a full-on Pah-Wraith. And then here's something of a problem that I don't think very many people look at and see. Beverly's kids, right? Although they were like 25 years apart or something, or some stupid amount of time apart. Wesley Wesley is a like a traveler because he's like a genius with like thoughts and equations and shit. And then Jack Crusher has got this like Pah-Wraith thing about him. And I'm like, it's like, bitch, what did you eat when you were pregnant? Like, what the fuck?
Stardust.
You know what I mean? Like,
She put it on her Cheerios.
like both of her kids, right? Even though they have different fathers, right? Both of her kids are like transcendental beings of force and nature or whatever. And I'm like, wow. Like, what?
Well, have they explained what is actually going on with Jack yet?
No, they haven't.
Okay, so we don't actually.
No, but my assumption is it's a Pah-Wraith thing because it's very reminiscent of the Pah-Wraiths. Or it could be something stupid.
But that doesn't make sense. He's not an evil person. So he's just inhabited by a Pah-Wraith?
That's what it looks like, because he's got like a mysterious voice, and and he's had these visions of apparently tentacles.
But why would so we think Pah-Wraith may be, like controlling this sect of changelings then?
Yeah. I mean, it would fit, right? It would fit. Here's the big twist: the Pah-Wraiths.
It would fit.
The Pah-Wraiths have reached out to the changeling or the founders through through the
Not the
Bajoran.
founders, because it's a splinter group.
Right. Yes, my bad. Splinter group that it better transforms in the founders and bypasses the Great Link, whatever. Right? Because nobody's talked about the Great Link, right? In this whole season.
Yeah, they have.
They have.
They mentioned it. Yeah.
Okay.
They said that when they were explaining the splinter group, they were saying that, they weren't part of the Great Link anymore and whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
I remember hearing something about it.
I guess I must have missed that part. My bad. I guess it was so insignificant. Anyways, so yeah. So now they're a splinter group.
I mean, it was like a one sort of thing.
Right.
But they did mention.
Good point. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. But yeah. It would make sense somehow that the Pah-Wraiths from the fire caves of Bajor send a message through the Bajoran wormhole into the Gamma Quadrant, influence splinter cell of changelings to take over the Federation for some purpose or whatever. To control the universe.
Maybe they're mad at Benjamin Sisko.
You know what?
It's all the Federation's fault.
I find that if that truly becomes the case, and then it wraps up neatly with Picard and some of the DS9 crew or some of the DS9 aspects, man, it would really usurp Benjamin Sisko's leadership during the whole Dominion thing. But that's just my opinion. We'll find out in the next 2 episodes.
It'll be interesting to see what but aren't they talking about doing another Star Trek show? And people have guessed that maybe it's an extension of DS9 or Voyager or something.
Yes, I did read an article where there is another new show in the works, but it would be like DS9 Voyager spinoff.
Do we know which one or no?
I don't know. Let me look it up. We have the power of the internet.
I don't want to look it up. That's what I got you for.
Well, I'm looking it up.
See? My evil plan has worked.
Oh, yes. You and your evil plan. The evilness.
I'm good at delegating.
Nope. I don't see anything.
We'll find out.
The one that's
But I'm glad that Star Trek has been successful in recent past, because that means we get more Star Trek shows, which is awesome.
Agreed. That is the only thing that is the only good thing that came out of Abrams' 2009 movie was we got a whole new slate of Star Trek content that we can talk about and enjoy or not enjoy. But without that, there would have been no Lower Decks. There would have been no Strange New Worlds, no Prodigy, and
I actually liked Enterprise. Why did they stop making?
Well, part of the reason was ownership. The ownership group of UPN. Part of the reason was fatigue. Because at the time when Enterprise was canceled, it was 2002, I believe. And the show, or a variation of every Star Trek show, has been on since 1987. So 87 to 2002 is like 15 years. Audiences were just tired of Star Trek. And at the time, there was no streaming platform, so you couldn't move it to like a streaming platform for all the hardcore fan bases. Everybody wanted to push things to TV to get bigger and better ratings, and unfortunately, the first 2 seasons of Enterprise were not a ratings juggernaut. In fact, they were panned both by critics and fans, so that when you got around to seasons 3 and 4, which were amazing, you didn't have that backing behind getting more stuff out there. And it was unfortunate because I think UPN was also having financial issues, and it was merging with another television station to form the CW, and there's just no room for Star Trek.
Oh well, we've got new stuff now, so that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I would have loved to see a season 5 of Star Trek Enterprise, simply because they would have had Shran as a full-time cast member, and they would have gone into the Romulan Federation War, which would have been awesome. But we can only get fan movies based on that.
It would be neat to see some of those wars.
Yeah, instead of just like having it be mentioned.
I mean, they could, with all the Trek lore that came out of like TNG. I mean, they could do shows forever. Just kind of like Star Wars. They have all these spin-offs.
Yeah. I mean, it's essentially what Star Trek is doing now. They have all these spin-offs, and they're bringing back remnants of past Trek into their domain, if you will.
Yeah. I think they need some better experts, though. Some of it kind of misses the mark, but that's okay.
I mean, yeah, we've discussed that to death. It's a different time, different demographic of people. What we remember as Star Trek, as older Trek fans, we like what we like. Very kind of very Orville-esque, right? So effectively, look to the Orville as to what we enjoyed about Star Trek. Very upbeat, very brightly lit series. Could be serialized, doesn't have to be serialized. Some standalone stuff, but all in all, a thought-provoking kind of endeavor. As you watch the episode, you walk away feeling kind of that you may have learned something. Whereas with newer Trek content, it's really designed for the binge watchers, if you will. Like you gotta wait for all the shows to come out and then binge them all at once, or compress really good ideas where things get missed, and you poke holes at it, and what happened? Well, what about X and Y and Z? Because there's so much to lean back on. It's funny.
I wonder when we're gonna get more Orville.
Well, so I read some news about that, and so far Disney has been undecided.
Like they don't know if they're gonna renew.
So it hasn't been canceled, but it hasn't been renewed. Which is weird. It also probably has to.
That is weird.
It also probably has to do with Seth MacFarlane himself. Seth MacFarlane signed a like $50 million a year deal with NBC Universal, and the show itself was owned by Fox before it was transferred ownership to Disney. So there's a little bit of a who gets Seth's time the most and who's paying him more. That's also kind of an issue there.
Time will tell.
So back to my point about the episodes. It's like, how Picard's only like 10 or 11 episodes or something, instead of a typical season of 22 or 26. I recently watched a Netflix show. I'm not going to talk about it, what the show is, but effectively they had a first season of 8 episodes and a second season of 6 episodes, and each one was about 48 to 50 minutes. The problem with that kind of format, where you only have 6 episodes in a season, or 11 or whatever, there's so much stuff that gets missed, and it's actually frustrating to see how things, as they expand outward, as the story expands from the beginning, by the time everything is like expanded out to the climax, it has to all collapse so quickly and so neatly. And that's why it sucks watching something like this, like a Picard show, where there's a lot of direction where you can go through, and I'm pretty sure the last 2 episodes are going to be super high, fast paced to resolve everything. because the show is ending.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Kind of a chief complaint that I have with this kind of new type of content that Star Trek's pushing out. And that's why I think things like Strange New Worlds and uh, uh, Lower Decks are better suited for this environment in a smaller series format as opposed to a 22 to 26 episode format.
Right. Well, I think that's enough about Star Trek.
Yeah.
We could talk about the game a little bit.
Sure, man.
You've been playing, yes?
I have participated.
In the new content?
Actually, not really. No, I just did I just did a couple of things, and that's about it.
Lazy.
Yeah, it's not exciting when they keep on adding more currencies to me, unfortunately.
Yeah.
I'm not done with one of them. I have to do like 6 more. It's more of a chore, really. But I have done some stuff. I haven't really looked at what the Titan-A does. I
It's just above.
suspicion is that it's like Cerritos, but for like a system. Unless I'm overly complicating it.
No, that's about right. That's it in a nutshell.
Okay. So another buff ship.
Another buff ship. That's really about all it is,
Okay.
honestly.
So I'm not missing much except for all the RSS I can gain, or the mats, or the ship parts, or the whatever else.
Yeah, I don't think you're missing too much aside from Commanders is the big one, right?
Commanders. Oh yeah.
So
Command center.
it opens up basically opens up stuff. Upgrade loot.
Oh, wait a minute. How did that happen? Oh wait, no, never mind. My bad. I'm just like how do I have 7 of 9 as a commander, but I don't? I don't have enough shards to unlock her. Actually, out of curiosity, the mission key drops, right? You know how they added those to the recruits store.
Mm-hmm.
Is it no longer available on the web store?
Wait, say that one more
The
time.
mission key drop.
Mission key drop. That's still there.
Okay, but on the web store, it used to be like daily. Is it still daily on the web store?
It's still daily. You just have to go click.
I got you.
In the upper right corner, there's a button that says like free something, or like
Okay, free gift.
free chests, or
Gotcha. Okay.
whatever it says.
All right, so you can still get a shard a day for free. It's just you can get
Correct.
one weekly in the app for free.
Correct.
Okay, understood.
They did that to basically bring awareness, right?
Oh, okay. That's bring awareness to the
To the fact that
there's a web store available. Gotcha.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Because apparently nobody uses their web store and their
I used to because I could still purchase stuff through the web store, but I haven't purchased anything. Like I haven't even purchased the battle pass the past couple months. So
trader.
Yeah, I don't know. It's no bueno. Like I don't know. I am thinking about going back to it, going back to Fleet Command more full time ish here soon, but the time hasn't arisen yet. Because my other game, okay, so you know how we complain about Star Trek Fleet Command being so expensive.
Mm-hmm.
So the other game that I played, Pokemon Go, what they've done is during COVID, they introduced a feature called remote raiding. So, and then the point of raiding is that you have a Pokemon that's very, a legendary or something or whatever, and then you could raid with friends. And so normally, what it used to be is that you have to be somewhere in person in order to, along with other people in that same vicinity, in order to click into the spot to do the raid at the same time. During COVID, because nobody was going out in a lot of countries, they introduced a feature called remote raiding, and you could buy a remote raid pass for coins, and then you could purchase coins with money. And so you buy these remote raid passes, and then you can get invited by anybody anywhere in the world to raid these Pokemon, depending on what they are, right? And so and that has been wildly successful. It's got a lot of people spending money because, for comparison's sake, right? $100 in Fleet Command handy at your level gets you what?
Nothing.
Pretty much nothing, right? Okay.
I mean, kinda.
I mean, it'll get you something, right? It'll get you maybe like a 1/8 of a component of a ship or something.
No, I can usually get like almost a component for a ship.
Almost a component. All right. So what I'm saying is like 1 of 8. So there's 8 components on a ship. You can get one for $100, right?
Approximately.
Okay. All right. So in Go, you can purchase the same $100. You get 14,500 coins. And a remote raid pass would cost you 100 coins. So effectively, you can do 145 remote raids, relatively speaking, in Pokemon Go. So that's 145 times you can use it anywhere in the world. Not too far away.
Mm-hmm.
So what Niantic has done is they wanted to, in their words, rebalance the game a little bit. So what they've done is they have increased the prices of remote raids from about 100 coins to 195 coins. So effectively 2x for doing the exact same thing that you're doing.
Therefore, promoting people going out and doing it.
Well,
Maybe.
that's what their hope is, for people to go outside, touch grass, as Kirk likes to say, and go out and with friends at a location, go raid. Now the problem being is that when you do a remote raid, it's super convenient because you can have a lot of friends online and just you yourself can invite up to 10 friends. And so if you're doing it with a buddy and there's 2 of you and you invite different people, you can almost get about 20 people into a raid and you don't have to go very far. Now it's more of a chore because you have to physically go somewhere. If your friends no longer want to spend any of the money on their coins to remote raid with you, so you have to physically go find people in the real world to be at the same location you are. So it's a little bit tougher to do. And so a lot of people are, as you know, Star Trek Fleet Command fans are not the only bitchy content users. These folks, Pokemon Go players who tally in the hundreds of millions, everybody's pretty much up in arms over this. Like there's a lot of people that have stopped playing because they've upped the rates and things of that nature. So but it definitely, for me, going back to the point.
I mean, anybody who stops playing a game is something is looking for an excuse to stop playing anyways. So.
Right. So for me, it's becoming a little harder to do what I want to do. So I've slowed down on playing the game myself. So I might stop for a while and then go back and play Fleet Command. So more full time, just to fill up my schedule, if you will.
All right.
That's kind of where I'm at with Fleet Command, if you will.
Cool.
Yeah, haven't been like full time playing. There's still different alliance names I don't recognize in the game.
Yeah, it seems to be the thing. Change your name every week.
Change your name every week. Okay.
I don't know. I mean, it seems alliances keep changing their freaking name.
All right, so it looks like offshoot of Dark is FYAH because Kevin's in charge. Illegals
Yeah, is that
and Dogs of War. Oh my god, there's a lot.
They literally, from what I understand, they were just getting bored.
Okay.
And decided to create that just to go have some fun, just to give them something to work towards.
Okay.
That's my understanding.
Dark itself still has the most power, 10 billion. Holy crap.
Yeah. Got all the spenders.
Oh wow.
Spending that money.
Look at that. 1, 2, 3 60s. 1, 2, 3 59s. 56, 56. 4 56s. 55. Oh, that's a lot of high spenders there. Dark. Oh my god.
Yeah. Which is kind of, could be good, could be bad. The one problem I see with it is some of the spenders being spread out in other alliances. It gives other people that are, average spenders or average players, like they may or may not spend a ton of time in the game. When you take away all the players that spend money and do things in the game and have more screen time, it starts taking away people's desire to play the game. So, like what happened with Server 45, they consolidated all the power in alliances, and now their server's dying.
Mm.
And they have nobody to play against, and they're all bored as fuck. So what ends up happening is it kills the server. When you consolidate power into one place, it kills the server because now nobody has anybody to play with.
Hey, is Inko back? Because I see Inko's got his name as Inko again.
That's a troll.
Oh. That's Smooth. Smooth doing his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Inko's not back. He hasn't been playing this game in forever.
No.
All right, and then I see Doom. Doom looks like it's the former Dead Alliance. Ooh, Key is in Doom. How about that?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the former Dead. You're right.
And then
Is Black still Black, or do they change the name again?
yeah, Blackwatch. That was Wolf, right?
Right.
Black is still Black. Yeah, April is still Admiral there. Void is still the Void. But was Mistaken Silence was in there. He's not there anymore. So who's in charge? Stormin' Norman. I don't know who that is. Okay, who else? Yeah, everybody looks the same though. I am VHCX, Vulcan High Command X. Do they have a territory?
That's pretty much same old same. The server's pretty much what it has been. There's been a few people that have stopped playing, but I think largely everybody's still enjoying it.
Okay, I mean, that's good. RIP. Oh, VIP changed their name to RIP. That's funny. That was Thanaton's Alliance, right? I'm assuming.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't recognize any of these people in here, so this must be old.
Jim, Jim
Yeah.
suddenly kind of flipped his lid.
Yeah, I remember seeing all this. So what happened? Oh, he was kicked for tantruming?
Well, I wasn't even on, but apparently he was off spouting off in GC having a mental break, or not GC, AC, having a mental breakdown and talking a bunch of shit, so he got kicked by a comm.
Oh, gotcha. we, we have an alliance in our server called MAGA, Terran Empire.
Mega?
Yeah, MAGA. Make America Great Again, MAGA.
Oh.
They're marked KOS for obvious reasons because I see they're the troll alliance.
Yeah. God bless them. If that's their gameplay and that keeps them opening the game up, fucking more power to you, right?
Hey man, Operation Bite Mark, or Wars rather. Sorry, Wars is still around. 5 members. Good on them. All right, what else you got handy? I think I'm out.
That's about all I got. Unless anybody in the audience wants to come up and say hi. Usually not. These are our normal listeners that just want to listen.
That's cool.
But that's about all I got. Server 34 seems to be pretty peaceful. Like literally every single alliance seems to be pretty chill and being super respectful.
As
far as I know.
That's good. It's good to hear. I like that.
Yeah.
Good to hear that everybody.
Like even like people like to demonize alliances and stuff though, but from my perspective, everybody's been being pretty cool, Like people want to like turn raiding into something it's not, but it's just fucking raiding. Who gives a shit? Like you want to leave your fucking shield down and you got raided. But it was interesting too. Like last night, Rogue had somebody being raided, and it was like a 46 player raid and a 43 player. And like Rogue has some decent players, right?
Yeah.
But like I guess one of our comms, they messaged over and was like, "Hey, one of your guys getting raided. Just want to let you know." And then I guess they messaged back and they were like, "Well, nobody wants to defend them. Nobody really wants to PvP, so don't worry about it." And we're like, "Really? Like a raid like that's too difficult to stop." You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, that is funny, and it would be easy.
So it was. I mean, God bless. I like Rogue. I like a lot of the people there that were there. Like back when I first started the game, that's where I ended up and became Admiral of Rogue for a time, and then I left. No, but and there's still people. I still have a few friends there.
By the way, I
that have been there since day one, but they are pretty pacifist.
I have been meaning
They're
to
like
ask.
Switzerland.
I have been meaning to ask. What you put the name back as Nona? What was up with that?
Mm-hmm.
I thought we changed.
We are now the cult of Nona.
Cult of Nona.
It's just really, I mean, the cult name was supposed to be kind of temporary anyways.
Okay.
It was more like we first did that back when people were still talking a bunch of crap, like for no reason.
Gotcha.
And now that we've gotten rid of a lot of our problem players that used to just start shit for no reason, a lot of that's calmed down because people just aren't having problems with their players. Our problem people aren't here anymore.
That makes sense.
Our over-aggressive players have moved on.
Understandable.
greener pastures where they can be their aggressive selves without me having to badger them about not being aggressive. So, we still have quite a few aggressive players, but they're just a little smarter about how they word things.
Or not talk.
No, I mean, you got to be careful about what you say and how you say it, right? Because, like, you can get your point across without being a complete asshole. It certainly goes a lot further.
Yes, agreed.
I mean, I guess it just depends at the end of the day what you really want, right? If your goal is to upset a bunch of people so that you have more people to kill, then, Parzival, for example, that's what he lives for. He likes to upset people so that he has people that are mad at him that come after him so that he has ships to kill. I mean, that's his whole reason for being. Whereas somebody like DT loves PvP as well. However, he doesn't have to talk crap to do it. He just does the PvP.
Right. Well, I mean, he just helps defend everybody whose shield is apparently down in Nona.
Yeah, because he likes the PvP. And we've got quite a few players like that, but he just has the most screen time, so he's usually the one that shows up first.
Gotcha.
That's all in good fun. I hope all the other alliances are having, a similar experience. Everybody's just chill and playing the game, having a good. Although I am concerned about consolidating too much power in one place because it really does suck the life out of all the other alliances, which is a shame. But
well,
I mean, I get
as you
it.
said, things have been spread out, right? You've had the offshoot alliance, right? FYH, right? Still got power players in both Nona and.
Yeah, but at least they're splitting up power, right? That gives FYH a place to bring in other smaller players that may have otherwise quit the game, but now they're reinvigorated and have a place to go. Like, I don't see it as a bad thing.
I never said it was.
So, no, I know. I'm just saying, I was thinking out loud.
Okay.
So, yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty cool what they're doing. At first, I just saw it as like an extension of Dark, but then Lethal corrected me.
Everybody's got to make their own fun, and it's got, in order to keep server population healthy, despite best efforts of Scopley otherwise, you got to create your own fun, and if that happens, then the server wins, and the game keeps on going.
Right. Exactly. But yeah, that's all I got.
All right. Cool. I think let's end it here, and everybody can enjoy the rest of their Easter Sunday. Just so you know, those of you listening, and if you make it all the way this far, we are releasing the new episodes on the Starfleet Podcast Network now, as opposed to our own server. So please subscribe to the Starfleet Podcast Network. They've got more content. It's a federation of podcasts, if you will. There's 3 other types on there. And remember, please like and subscribe and comment. We love you all. Thank you all for listening. I'm TechMan16.
And I'm Handy.
We'll see you guys next time.